So the past 2 days I've been wondering if it's possible to recreate Jump King, which you can see on screen right now, in Geometry Dash using platformer mode. So I found on Steam someone made an image of the entire map, which you're seeing here, and that's massive. So I wrote some code to basically load that PNG into a viewer where I can scroll through everything, so I can scroll through the whole map, and then I can create hitboxes. So see here, I can be creating hitboxes. I did a whole long stream of me just creating hitboxes, and I was able to create all of the hitboxes. So here I can scroll through and I have all of the hitboxes for everything in the game. There are some slight issues in certain spots that I need to fix, but for the most part, they're pretty much done. And so now using this data, I was able to write some code to export this and put it into Geometry Dash, which took way too long to figure out, but it worked. So now over here, you can see, hey look, it's all the hitboxes of Jump King. So that's cool. Well, what game mode is it going to use, you might be asking? Is it robot? Is it cube? What is it? How about custom game mode? Oof. So basically, you have your character, they can move around. Now, in Jump King, the way it works, when you hold down space, you can't move, and when you let go, you jump. But the jump's height is determined by how long you held down. And of course, if you hold down an arrow key, you go that direction. So in order to create that in Geometry Dash, I have to have it wait while the player is holding down, and then when either you reach your maximum time, which is 1.5 seconds, that's a maximum hold, it'll auto jump after that time, or when you let go, I need it to trigger a jump movement, which you'll see pulsing here is when there's a jump. So either I release early, or I wait for the timer to run out, and it jumps automatically. But how do you determine how high you're going to jump, you might ask? Well, here we have a system that as you're holding, it's going to toggle on different levels of like how high you're going to jump. More on that in a second. Over here you can see middle jump, left jump, and right jump. And of course, when you're holding down, you can't move to either side. So I put blocks up to block you. Also, you won't be able to move mid-air. So I have a thing up here, which is going to disable your movement while you're in the air. But as soon as you touch the ground again, you will have control over your player again. So how do we jump, you might ask? Well, here we're using a teleport trigger, which I basically just don't teleport the player, but apply an impulse force of 20 to the player. And I also rotate it so that it shoots the player off in a certain direction. If the player is doing a vertical jump, it'll just go straight. And if they're doing to the side, it'll rotate. So it does that. But now we're getting into a problem here. The trajectory of Geometry Dash and Jump King are very different. As you see here, Jump King has a nice even arc, whereas Geometry Dash just kind of goes up and then just goes immediately down, which is not good. As you can see here, it didn't go all the way, it just went up and straight down. So how do we fix this? I was really stumped on this, and then I realized I could do this. And boom. While not completely perfect, I still need to adjust it a little bit. That is definitely a way better arch. And that's what we're looking for. So the way I'm doing that is I'm using a force block with a range, which means the outer piece has less force than the inner piece. Now, while the block is moving through the air, I'm slowly moving this force block so that the player is getting closer to the center, which means you're getting more and more force over time. So if I make this block visible, you'll be able to see that it moves closer to the center as it goes. And that allows you to have this nice arch. So now what do I need to do? I'll do multiple tests from different locations of varying lengths to see if it can recreate the movements from Jump King, because it should be able to do all of them perfectly if I've created the physics right. And once I create that system, I will make it able to go straight up, left, and right. And then once I have that, I can basically just replace this teleport and this force block with a bunch of different ones, each varying in the magnitude of force. I will make this one the longest hold, so the most powerful one, and then I will have other ones that are incrementally less and less. And I will test each one to make sure it follows a similar arch. I will rigorously test it through the entire map to make sure it works for everything. And once that is done, then it's time to start decorating it. So I will go through the concerning number of pixel art blocks and try to recreate a lot of the decoration. How long will this take? Yes, probably a long time. I might, if people want to help and they're good at decorating, I might let other people try to recreate different sections of it. I think that might be kind of cool. But for right now, I'll just decorate it. But yeah, so that's it so far for my Jump King recreation. I'll probably be streaming a bunch of the progress on this. So if you want to see that, feel free to turn on notifications or whatever so you can see the streams. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna go to sleep now after I edit this video. All right, bye-bye.